Welcome to another episode of Goodbye Bullshit, Hello Happiness. I'm your host, Atousa Raissyan. During these shows, I provide guidance and tools for self-awareness, life experiences, and how to get in touch with yourself and your true nature, which is love, peace, and joy. If you have questions that you would like answered, please go to my website at atousaraissyan.com. Again, that's atousaraissyan.com. You can also find out about my other services on my website. The guidance provided on these shows are just meant to be used as guidance and not take the place of your medical professional guidance and advice. Thank you. I've received a lot of requests for this month's show to be about what is happening in the world right now with the administration change and how to see things different, how to be in our current situation and still be present and not let it impact you. So my response, first of all, is that our planet, our world, has been through a lot of ups and downs, wars, a lot of things that we as humanity, as humans, have done to each other and to the planet. And throughout our history, we've experienced a lot of things. And we have survived all of it. We have come through it. Somehow we have found our way back to a place of alignment with our hearts and love and somehow restored some sort of balance. So that's my first response, is that just remember our history and that we have come, and don't let the fear of the end get to you. And just like if you're young enough that haven't experienced those things, such as wars and revolutions and not having enough and all those other experiences, then, just like your ancestors, elders have gone through it and survived and were better because of it, or mostly better because of it, you will too. So that's the first place to be. Then, as always, my guidance recommendation is to discover the parts of you, the identities that carry those fears, and sit with them, love them, accept them, forgive them, forgive the past that has caused you to carry those fears, and let go of the identities. Because the more you become aware of these fear-based programs and identities and let them go, you will discover this space of peace, joy, and bliss within yourself. And you will not be sort of like these, how there's a buoy on top of the waves and it seems like it's going up and down. It's like, oh my God, if I was that buoy, I would be vomiting all over the place right now. But the buoy actually is not feeling the up and down. And that's what you can discover within yourself, that space that everything outside can be upside down and tossed around, and you will be peace, you will be joy. And there is a knowing and a trust in you that it's all for a purpose, not just for you, but for our humanity, our planet. We have If you haven't read Change Yourself, Change the World, I give a little bit of a history of the fear, which has been throughout our history, that separation that we have felt within ourselves, and the fear that we've carried through has caused us to separate from nature, separate from each other in terms of our humanity, meaning that separation of genders, separation of race, culture, separation of financial status. All these things are separation because of fear. And the more we find the common ground within our society, within our groups, and then outside, find the common ground. Right now, whatever's happening in the US, it's happening for a purpose, for betterment for all of us. Not that, oh, this is better for us. You mean this is what's happening is better for us? I disagree. I think this is the worst thing. What I'm saying is that sometimes the change needs to be in a way that something needs to break. A whole structure needs to break because it was founded on faulty ground anyway. So right now, the best place to be, what you can do for yourself, again, a reminder that our planet, humanity, has gone through a lot of changes that at the time that we were going through, for example, I've gone through a revolution, war, not having enough food and having rations. We had rations for oil, rations for eggs, ration for bread, and we had to go stand in these lines. And, I survived it. My family survived it, and we came out of all those things. A lot of people at that time have survived it. So remind yourself of that and come back to this place of seeing, being aware, and accepting your fear-based programs that get you to react, get you triggered, get you to go up and down, and start to, that awareness and acceptance slowly reminds you of that's not who you truly are. And that the more you let go of these fears, you will discover that space within yourself that has nothing to do with birth or death and finances and gender and culture, none of that. There is a peaceful, joyful, blissful place in your heart, not your physical heart, not even a spiritual heart, but there's your being that came into this physical form. And by becoming aware and accepting these fears and identities, and because once you're aware of it and accept it, your mind cannot go there anymore. Your mind might take you a little bit, and then you're like, I did it again. I put on this costume, and I went at it again. And you'll come back to, okay, I'm going to come stay as awareness and accept what's going on here. And slowly it adds on to that trust because you see the purpose in everything, in everyone, and what's happening. Even your mind is telling you, this is wrong, this is bad. Because the more you come back again to that peaceful place inside, you let go of the judgment, you let go of the duality, you let go of the identities, and you let go of the mind that keeps telling you there is something wrong. And the more we go into that place, everything else will align better with our natural state. And we will find common ground. We will come together, all of us, not just here in the US, but all of us around the world. Thank you for listening. I love you guys. And as always, I'm here to support you, whether through my one-on-one services, my masterclass, or workshops and retreats, or through these podcasts if you like to receive a guidance on something that you think others will like to hear as well. They're going through the same thing. Please reach out. I'll be happy to talk about them. Thank you for joining me today. And if you have questions that need answering, please share them on my website, atousaraissyan.com. Under services, you'll find Goodbye Bullshit. If you like Goodbye Bullshit, Hello Happiness, please share with your friends and subscribe and like and review us. Thank you.